make sure I know what the date is, just in case. All right, the day after my birthday.
Is
Yeah, I
yours
should've
not on
known.
the computer immediately, or?
I clicked the little clock thing down there.
Uh.
I haven't minimum. Actually, I guess it does appear on there. I just never looked at that part. Oh well. It's
Okay.
it's apparently directly under the time.
Wait, have you never noticed that?
Nope.
Really?
Wow.
Did you always click on it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and move that away now that I know a new date and time feature that my computer has.
But no,
Anyway,
as you
go-
said that, I literally just looked at my phone and realized the date is underneath the time on the lock screen.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's mostly blocked by my background, so I couldn't see it really, so...
All right. Well, let's start this podcast.
Okay.
I might keep that stuff in there. though.
Yeah.
Okay. What is up, guys? I'm JKU390, and this is our second podcast, hopefully. It is February 1st, the day that we're recording this. Hopefully, this will come out relatively soon, like the last one did. I think I did a pretty good job getting that edited. Everybody got their audio pretty quick. Joining me today, same people as last time. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am Black Sora 325. Okay, I was waiting for Tarviti to go.
Well,
I forgot that I'm the second member to go. Yeah.
And I'm Tarviti, even though I was in my mind thinking my name was Black Sora for some reason, so I was about to say that. I just
Alrighty.
woke up.
He did. He literally just woke up. So we're like, hey, we've been waiting for you to wake up at 5:40 p.m. My time, at least. It's 3 your time. Before we started recording. So here we are, and now we're recording. Tyler, you said you had something you wanted to talk about, so feel free to start us off.
Fuck Flappy Birds, that game is a dickhole.
Dude, I fucking hate that game. Everyone in my school has been playing that fucking piece of shit. I hate that game.
Yeah.
How new is this game?
It came out like a month ago.
I literally, it's blown up on the internet yesterday.
Alright. Well, because my sister, I guess all my family has it on their phones. I never did, because I don't keep up with my family's hip, young, whatever they're doing at the time. Any technological mumbo-jumbo. But my sister's like, I hate this game. I was like, what game? And she's like, it's Flappy Bird. You should come try this. And she's like, actually, you should just download it on your phone. It's like, I'm not going to download it. She's like, after you play it, you will. So I tried it. Stupid thing, I played it like 20 times. I think my best score was like 4 or 5. And I told her, I'm not downloading it. I'm done. And I just left. But Tyler, I guess you did download it.
Yeah, basically, recently I've been trying to catch up on a lot of podcasts I listen to. Like this one. Make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. And, I've been playing that in the background because they're both on my phone, and, fuck. I don't like it.
So what's your best score?
21.
Damn, dude.
So I got a silver
How
medal.
did you play?
21 I got within the first, 3 hours, and now I'm
Alright.
averaging about 17.
Alright.
I've only played the game like 4 or 5 times. But seriously, fuck that game.
Alright.
My best score was a 3.
So it's literally...
No,
So
okay. No, but staying on the topic of Flappy Bird, one of my
Yeah,
friends that's super good at the game, he got a fucking 45. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
You have no life.
I know on this one site I go to, people are actually talking about it, and they're like, yeah, I'm actually pretty good, I got a 7. And dude's like, I got an 8, suck it. I'm just like, I got 21. Someone's like, I hate you.
Pixar didn't happen.
This is the site where everybody considers me the best Pokemon's player. So they're just like, why are you good at stuff? And I'm just like,
Yep.
If only they really knew.
Yeah.
My sister's boyfriend got on the phone and he started playing and he got 11. And I knew from that point I'm never going to play again.
Yeah. It's a game.
Seriously, screw that game.
Kinda.
Screw that. It's so aggravating, I swear to God.
Oh, yeah.
No, because it's one of those games where you just touch it down, like you press down on the screen, and makes the dude go up. Seriously, it's so unfair.
Yeah, for people that don't know what Flappy Birds is, it's one of those games where your character automatically moves and you just have to try and evade things that are coming towards
basically
you. It looks like Mario Warp
yeah,
pipes.
it does. It's
And
basically
they're really close to one another, but if you tap, your character launches up a pretty good height. But when you don't touch it, he starts to go down. So you have to keep hitting it at the right speed.
It's basically
and make it through
a
pretty small
helicopter.
gaps.
It's basically a helicopter game.
It's like a bouncing helicopter, though.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't, hover up and then stay where he is. He bounces up, and then he bounces back down.
Yeah.
Or glides back down.
The only game
He
I
doesn't
can
even
think-
glide. If you're at the top of the screen and you just let go, he'll literally just go he'll face plant. Like he'll actually turn down.
Like I've seen my friends play during class, and they get super frustrated. Like one of my friends, he was playing it, and he almost beat his high score. And he got I think his high score was 12, and he got to 11, and then he died. He's in the middle of class. He yells "fuck," and then everyone just stares at him, and the teacher's like, "Phone."
I was hoping your teacher would be like playing Flappy Birds, aren't you?
But yeah, I finally got silver medal when I hit, I think, I want to say 17. And I'm just like, I can quit this game now. And then I realized, and then I actually saw a picture online where gold is 25, and I'm like, I could probably get that if I play enough. God damn it. So the second I get gold, I'm like, I've beaten this game. I'm not going to be one of those guys who gets 100 points. I'm out.
So Kevin's AFK right now. Tyler, do you have any other conversation topics that you wanted to bring up?
No.
Okay, that sounded really defensive.
No, I was trying to think of
It
what
was like Alex, you know, no.
No, I was trying to
Alright,
think of
I
if
got
I've
it.
been doing anything that,
welcome back, Kev.
was relative that I could bring up. But I've literally, I got some lives, so I've been playing a bit of GTA and COD, even though my internet hates my Xbox. And then just Flappy Bird, and there was
Yeah,
something
fuck
else
that
I've
game.
been playing. Yeah. But there's something else I've been playing, I don't remember it.
All right, how about you, Kev? Any
What
other
have I been playing?
topics besides? Well, any other topics you have besides Flappy Bird? I almost said floppy.
I've been playing a lot of Tales since last week.
Dude, I beat Batman Origins, Arkham Origin.
Yeah, you told us.
Fan freaking tastic.
I think I'm close to finishing Tales of Vesperia.
Also, yesterday was my birthday.
Happy birthday, Jordan! Skype told
You
me
already
twice.
told me that yesterday.
Skype told me
Oh yeah,
twice.
from my
I think I
secret
might be one of the
account
few
and
people
my-
who actually remembered beforehand.
Don't worry, Tyler. I also remembered.
Yeah, and then I gave you the most profound and emotional happy birthday message.
Wasn't yours the happy birthday?
No, I wrote her burp derp.
That was it.
Burp, burp, derp.
And then it was Matt that wrote hoop boof doo. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, English isn't our first language. His is
English-
British.
Especially Matt
English
the
is
English.
hard.
Yeah.
His is British, mine's Italian.
Yeah.
I am chickenese.
You're Korean.
I can't tell if that was racist or not.
I made it up. Anyways, actually, it could
Mine's
be a
white
thing.
people.
But
I
yeah.
don't have. I can't have a fun one. I speak Native American.
I'm not gonna make a joke about that. Anyways, but I've been playing a
Are
lot
you
of
gonna
Tales.
say my family speaks casino?
Maybe.
I was considering.
I think
see-
Alex's family might. Anyway, go ahead.
It might be, but no, I've been playing a lot of Tales of Vesperia lately. I think I'm pretty close to beating the game. I'm about, last time I checked, I think about 20, 21 hours in the game. And it's changed a lot. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but yeah, like the story got a lot heavier than it was before. So
Awesome.
that's all I'm gonna say about it. But yeah, the leveling up in that game is pretty good. Like for that point of the game, I'm about level 40-ish.
All right.
It's not too bad. 20 hours in the game at 40 levels is not bad. I haven't touched Final Fantasy 13-2 at all this week because I've been too engrossed in that game. But yeah, other than that, I started my new semester, so there's that.
Oh yeah, Kevin.
Mhm.
Have you heard about 10.2.5, the book?
They're making a book? What?
It's already out, and oh my,
They're making a book about the good Final Fantasy X.
No, it's a
10-2?
sequel to Final
is it?
Fantasy X-2.
Why?
Because apparently there's going to be an epilogue in the remake of 10.2 that'll lead into 10.3, and 10.5 is in between those, or 10.2.5.
I like Final Fantasy X and I like the series.
No, I've read the synopsis of the book, and it is literally the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
No, okay, that's what I'm saying.
No,
I like
no.
No.
Okay. Okay, go.
I like the series, maybe not 10-2 as much, but I would rather have them make like an what's it, the thing before an epilogue? Prologue, right?
Mhm.
Of the Jordan doesn't know about them. The previous
The
previous
that'd be actually pretty cool.
the story. I would have liked
Well,
that.
plus
better.
you got to take our viewers into consideration too. You don't want to spoil stuff. For
Yeah.
them.
That's not
Okay,
too, it's not too.
and I'm not
spoiler-
gonna
pre-
spoil
saying
any-
That's not too
okay.
spoilerish.
I'm not going to spoil anything about 10.2.5, but it is probably reading the plot, probably the worst thing to happen to Final Fantasy since 13.
I'll have to check it out later.
Okay, like within the first 10 minutes, the most major plot point you could think of takes place in the most cartoony fashion ever.
Are they gonna make a game out of it, or is it just a book?
No, just a book, and then 10.3 will come out afterwards eventually.
I mean, I really would rather them not make a 10-3. if they do make a 10-3, I'll probably end up checking it out just for the fact that I'm a fan of the series.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'll enjoy it or not.
I'd rather a 10 1.5 where it's Timon and Pumbaa talking about what happened in 10.
Yeah.
That'd actually be hilarious. Just Timon and Pumbaa, their wacky shenanigans of causing things to happen in 10.
They're the reason why the event in 10 happened. Anyways, that's all I have to talk about it.
Well, do you have any other conversations then, Kevin, that you wanted to talk about before we get into the Marvel or DC, I guess, not even Marvel DC, just mainly DC conversation we're gonna have?
I mean, I'm leading a youth group thing for my church next week. I'm planning that for about a month now. And it's cool. It's a good learning experience for leading stuff. Because I had to plan out like all the food we're gonna get and like what activities we're gonna do.
So is TFG. You get to learn all the proper punishments.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're banished from
Kevin now knows how to pee on people, how to hit them with hammers, and other various activities.
While Tyler's going with the regular threats that I use.
Yeah.
I'll pee on you, or I'll kill you with a hammer,
And that's
or I'll have you drown in a fire.
oh yeah.
I'll make them watch Kirk's LPs. Don't worry.
Oh, that's so mean.
I know, right?
I'm not even that harsh.
I know. You're like, okay, you don't have to watch them, but I will kill you. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
Anyways, I guess we can go into the DC comics stuff.
All right. Did you have anything else then, Tyler?
No. Did
Alrighty.
you?
Did you?
No, I did not have anything else really. Most of the conversation stuff I've got is DC related, and I even did research on some of the New 52 stuff to make sure that I get it right this time, because when you guys were explaining Flashpoint last time, after
you
we
got
watched the
everything
movie,
wrong.
I realized you guys had
I
a
didn't
lot
get
of stuff.
everything wrong. I
You
said
guys
Yo-Yo
had a
existed.
lot
I said
of
Yo-Yo
stuff
existed.
wrong.
And that was still probably my favorite fight of the movie, which is kind of not good. But
All right. Well,
Should we start from the? I guess you guys can start from the first movie you watched.
we're going to be blindly talking about these, so there will probably be spoilers present. So what we're going to be talking about, just to give everybody the warning ahead of time, is Justice League: A New Frontier, Justice League: Crisis on Two Earths, Justice League: Flashpoint Paradox, Batman Year One, and we'll probably have a mention in this later about Batman Under the Red Hood, and that will be during the whole New 52 conversation.
Yeah, and
But that'll
I guess we
still
can
be
put
something
a. I
we'll
guess
bring
we can
up.
put a list of the movies down below.
Well, there probably will be, but I'm just letting everybody know that that's probably what a remainder of this podcast is going to be us talking about, and I don't want that to be spoiled for anybody that wants to see them.
there will also
So-
be a picture of a spinning Batman on the screen.
No, there won't.
Oh, just for the rest of the podcast. Just
The
picture
only
of...
reason I don't do that is because I would want to put a sound clip in there, but I know I'd get copyrighted if while it's spinning it goes diddly diddly dee, like the Batman
Yeah.
old TV
Okay,
show.
well, how about this? Just in the corner of the screen, the entire for the rest of the podcast, have a picture of Adam West's Batman face spinning in circles.
No. That would take forever because I'd have to keep animating it.
Can find a GIF.
No. Okay, so anyway, into the conversations. Justice League: A New Frontier is... We all three were watching movies together. Kevin didn't join us for New Frontier, but that's one that Tyler and I watched. Tyler, what did you think about that movie, other than it had the worst animation of any Justice League?
I want to die by a T-Rex.
Okay. Do you actually remember anything from that movie?
Yeah, bits and pieces. Mostly Wonder Woman being ugly as butt, but
That was every movie though.
yeah, he has a point. But so let's see. It starts off with fuck. I don't. Okay, no, they mention Batman's a criminal,
Okay.
and then Wonder Woman's hanging out with a bunch of Asian people.
Okay.
Okay.
That was the movie. Yeah.
Great. Now I don't have to watch it.
Oh, and then Booster Gold is in a plane, and then he shoots an Asian guy in the face.
So I don't know if you're trying to keep it spoiler free or you just
No,
don't
I'm
remember
not.
much.
I'm just no. That's actually all I
That's
remember.
all you remember.
All right, so Wonder Woman saved a bunch of Southern
Okay.
Vietnamese ladies from the
And then let
Vietnam
them
War.
kill a bunch
It
of
took place in the
dudes.
50s, and she let them kill all of the people that originally captured them, and were using them as their own harem. But yeah, so, and then he's like, oh no, that was bad, and then it was basically just a story of how a lot of Justice League people became Justice League
In the
And-
50s.
in the 50s. Yeah, it was like in the 50s, and it was meh. It was...
And-
we
There was the
Uh.
coolest death in DC ever.
I don't even remember it.
The army dude is grabbed by a tentacle from a T-Rex.
Oh, that's right. That was the
Yeah.
same movie where they were fighting dinosaurs.
Yeah, they randomly, for no reason, fought dinosaurs in an evil spaceship.
Yeah.
But, so there's the army dude, and then there's the T-Rex, and the T-Rex has tentacles, and he grabs the army dude and just rips him into the dude's mouth. But then the army dude has 2 grenades, and he sets them off in the dinosaur's head, and they both blow up, and I'm like, I want to die like that.
That was a pretty sweet death. So Justice League Crisis on Two Earths then. That's
That was
one
the first
that
one I
Kevin
watched.
joined us for.
Yeah, I joined
yes.
us for it.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah, go
I
ahead,
remember
Kev.
Wonder Woman looked stupid.
Go ahead, Kev. What do you remember with this movie?
I remember there being so there was an alternate universe,
Yes.
and it pretty much switched all the characters. So like the main superhero, like the leader of the Justice League of an alternate universe was Lex Luthor, and the Jester, which is the Joker in that universe,
Mhm.
and basically Justice League that would have been here, like Superman, Batman, and all them.
Yeah.
Or had their evil twin, or not twins, but like their evil.
It was their evil universe counterparts.
Yeah.
In the Crime Syndicate, which
And I
is
just
such a
heard-
lazy name.
So Lex Luthor came to our universe with like
Lex
Superman and all-
Luthor,
Lex Luthor,
Thor.
the good guy. Yeah.
and he got a bunch of superheroes together and came back to his
He got the
universe,
Justice League.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
got the Justice League.
Yeah.
He didn't get any of the cool dudes, like Aquaman.
except for Cyborg, I think.
No, Cyborg wasn't there.
But yeah, so they killed people. And I remember the Batman.
Wait,
was
did
not...
the Justice League kill people?
Aquaman was a badass.
Okay, so he's completely jumping the gun on this. So
Okay,
they went
so-
and they fought the evil counterparts of the Justice League,
Yeah,
which
I
were
remember,
led
no,
by
okay.
Ultraman.
Ultraman.
Although
was
at that point,
Ultraman just looked like a really brawny like bully.
yeah. Although at that point,
There was
Hot
Owlman.
Girl and the Martian Manhunter's evil counterparts were killed by the Jester,
Yeah.
and he's cool. Oh, and Harley Quinn is a monkey.
There was
Oh, yeah.
there was Owlman, which he was a better Batman than the Batman. In
Well,
the
that
other
was the thing.
universe.
Owlman, because the Batman voice they chose in that was terrible.
So
And
bad.
Owlman was voiced by James Woods, who had a better gruff voice than their Batman.
But
Their
then,
Batman was William Baldwin.
yeah.
Mhm.
But then the thing about it is that opposite of Batman is Batman, but evil.
Yeah, and he wasn't even that evil.
I
Yeah.
know.
Like, the
He's
most
like-
evil thing he was doing is he realized all the universes are interconnected, so he's like, I might as well just go to the main universe and blow that up, so then it will actually mean something, because if I kill somebody in my universe...
He wanted meaning in his life. He wanted his
yeah,
life
so
to
he's
be
like, if I
the
kill
only
somebody in
thing
my
that
universe, then another universe, I didn't kill that person, so it doesn't matter. But if I kill someone in the main universe, then everybody dies everywhere, so it's like it matters.
Yeah. So he's literally, though, his entire personality and everything was, I'm Batman.
Yeah. So
But
he's like, but the
evil,
thing
I
is, he's
guess.
like, I'm gonna go kill everybody. So then both the evil Justice League and the normal Justice League are like, oh no, we're both gonna die. We should work together.
Yeah.
So then Batman's like, I'm halfway dead anyway. I'll go stop him. We need somebody fast to open a portal to the other place so I
But
can
Flash
go there.
is
and-
too
Yeah,
slow.
Flash, you're
He's
too
like, Flash, you're
slow."
too slow. So then the evil Australian Flash, or
No, he's
English
British. He's
Flash.
British.
No, he
Was
was
he-
Australian. I don't know.
No,
he had the,
he-
he had a-
I think he was Cockney
I think we
accent,
thought he
I
was
can't remember.
Australian. No, but then he said something British.
Yeah. So anyway, he's like, I'll do it because I'm fast enough. Batman's like, yeah, go for it. So he had him go. And then freaking Batman's like, okay, I'll go. And then he fought the guy. And then Batman gets to kill somebody because he's fighting Owlman. So he just ties Owlman to a bomb he's making and sends him to another dimension. To which
It's like
Owlman's like,
Ice World, I think.
yeah. And Owlman's like, oh no. Oh well, it's not gonna
No,
matter
no, he
anyway.
doesn't even say no. He's just standing there attached to the bomb in the other world, and he's like,
Well, no, because you see him like freak out at first, then he just stops and just smiles like, it doesn't matter anyway.
this
'cause-
doesn't even. Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
that is such a cool line, Owlman.
Well, because
You're
he
actually
knows that
cool.
he'll die in that universe, but because it was a different one and not the main one, then there'll be another Owlman that's just fine.
Mhm.
So he
But yeah.
dies, and then Bruce Wayne goes back, or Batman goes back, and then he's like, okay, other evil Flash, you can turn back, or you can quit running now. What was his name? Johnny Quick?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah, something like
Johnny
that.
Quick.
And he's like, okay, I'll stop. And then all of a sudden he was really old and fell down dead, pretty much. And then Flash is like, you knew that was going to happen, didn't you? And he's like, yeah, pretty much. I just didn't want you to die, Flash. And he's like, so you killed a second person in this movie.
He killed
And
so
then
many
it-
people in this movie.
And then, of course, of the evil people that actually went to the Justice League's world, they got beaten up on by freaking Aquaman, who was a complete and utter bamf. He was killing
No,
it like he was
it
beating
wasn't
the
even
crap out of-
necessarily that he was a bamf. What Aquaman did is like every time there was another fight going on, he just like popped in and then just freaking smacked the dude off screen. Like he wasn't even doing awesome things. He just kept interrupting fights by smashing dudes with both his fists.
Yeah.
And then Martian Manhunter had a romantic love interest.
Oh yeah, from the other world. That was
Yeah,
kinda
it was his
strange.
date with the president's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The president being Slade.
The president being Slade Wilson or freaking Deathstroke.
How hasn't there been like a joke video yet that I've seen with my date with the president's daughter with Martian Manhunter?
Well, I kept singing it every time I went somewhere.
That's true.
So I don't know. I was singing it throughout the whole movie.
And then it was so stupid why she didn't go with him when she doesn't really do shit in her world.
Yeah.
She becomes the president's daughter.
We also watched Batman Year One. That was
Yeah.
The
all
greatest.
right.
That
The
was-
problem is we couldn't take it seriously.
Wait, no,
Batman
we had
Year One-
we had to do Flashpoint. That was Flashpoints first.
Oh yeah, Flashpoint.
No,
watched
I know,
Flashpoint.
but I think like Flashpoint, I think would be a better transition into the New 52.
New 51. Good
Yeah,
point.
that's true. I
Or New,
guess.
no, New 52.
I always say 51
New
for some
52,
reason.
yeah.
But yeah, so not just like Flashpoint. Batman Year One ultimately is following the story of Commissioner Gordon, who at this point was he a lieutenant?
Lieutenant Gordon, yeah.
Yeah, so he wasn't even Captain Gordon yet. He was moving to Gotham. He got transferred there, and he's going to be a new cop to the realm of cops that everybody there is freaking just corrupt as all F. So he's like, it's my job to come here and change things. And then Batman's there. I don't know. We made fun of it way too much while watching it because
I didn't follow any of the story.
it was like
I
we were
did, but-
joking making fun of it. It was an
Yeah.
interesting.
It was an
thing.
experience.
It was a good movie though. It
was
an
good,
alright
I liked
movie.
it.
I know Alex loves that movie.
It was.
Kurt
It
was-
wasn't.
was
It wasn't
raving
like
about
we're
it.
like we're making fun of the movie. We're just making fun.
Well,
of
that's why I
stuff that
said
was
we
going
were
on in the movie.
making joke fun of it.
Although Catwoman seriously looked like a dude.
Yeah,
the whole movie.
I thought it was a dude at first. Like, why is
I
he a dude
know!
in a strip club?
That's why I
I
always
didn't
was
think she
making
looked like a
jokes.
dude.
That's why I was making jokes that she was Batman's arch nemesis, or Flying Catman's arch nemesis,
Yeah.
Batman.
Well, I was calling her Batman most of the time because they kept mentioning Batman, and he was like, "Who is that?"
Is that guy?
So then, yeah, Justice League Flashpoint, or Flashpoint Paradox, I
It
guess.
was I think that's my favorite movie out of the ones we watched.
That
Yeah.
movie was really good.
Yeah, it had
Which-
some really good fights.
we talked
and the
about
best
last week.
animation.
Kind of very poorly. These two did. I didn't talk about it because I knew I didn't know enough about it to talk about it. But ultimately, Flash goes back in time.
Cause he wanted to save his mom.
His mom who had died, and this was Barry Allen Flash.
Yes, not Wally. Wally, like we said in the last one, I think.
That all happened, and then Flash went to another dimension because he went too fast, because naturally that's what happens.
Yep.
It's
That's why the
science.
Sonic universe is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Actually, that is why is the worst part.
Yeah. Then after Wally West goes and F's everything up like that, there's like just slight changes, but it's enough to where it F's up everything. The one thing you guys did get right is the fact that Bruce Wayne did in fact get killed. His
Yep.
dad, Thomas Wayne, became the new Batman.
He's
and
a
Martha
badass.
Martha Wayne became the Joker.
Which we didn't
Which,
see.
Which
much of.
they didn't show enough of.
They
That
showed
was-
They
they showed her
did
becoming
not.
the Joker, and then that was it.
They showed the awesome yo-yo fight.
Yeah, Yo-Yo
God.
she was alright, but it was cool.
So pretty much the main problem that was going on in the movie, aside from Flash effing up the universe, was that Aquaman and Wonder Woman were at war with each other.
Like major at war.
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
It was
tried
the
to kill-
Themyscirians versus the Atlanteans.
Yeah, Wonder Woman tried to kill Aquaman's wife, I think.
No. Aquaman. No. Aquaman boned Wonder Woman,
Uh-huh.
and then Aquaman's wife got pissed off
Oh,
and
yeah,
tried
yeah.
to kill her,
Well,
so
no,
he
'cause-
killed her.
You guys didn't keep up very well, did you?
I
They're all
kept up.
fighting
There was something
to the
about
death and
cheating.
stuff. No, look, they're all killing each other and crap. So then they're like, we need some type of peace treaty. So the way to do it is they got together, Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and then the next night, because they pretty much did get married, is what they were showing there. So they were fulfilling that obligation of being married that night, and then the next day, Aquaman's wife is like, "Hey, the F." So then Wonder Woman's like, "I'm the queen," so she saves her. I guess technically is defending herself by cutting off Aquaman's wife's head and takes her tiara and wears that to show that she is the queen of Atlantis. And then Aquaman's like, F, you killed my wife. So then they
I
hate
am your
each
wife.
other. So then there's even more battles and everybody's dying. And literally everybody in this movie is dying.
Yeah.
Like there's just scenes of people outside having their necks snapped for no real reason.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was
Like
awesome.
most cool
Batman in this
characters
universe
die.
kills people.
Yes,
And
he
he's
does.
Yeah, it
guns.
was so cool.
He uses guns.
Yeah, like who was the first main character who died actually in this? Would it be Lex?
I guess technically. No, he didn't die.
Yeah, he
Lex,
did.
Lex wasn't in this movie, was he?
Yeah, he was. He was on the cruise ship with Deathstroke.
Oh yeah, he was with Deathstroke, right? But
I
he
don't
was
remember.
more. He was more like a political figure in the movie, wasn't he?
No, he was just like, I'm on a boat with you, and then Atlantis blew up the boat, and they're like, oh.
Oh yeah. Cyborg was in the movie. He looked really cool.
Yeah.
He had like a machine gun arm. It was cool.
Well, because there were two cyborgs, the original cyborg and the other dimension cyborg.
Yeah. And Hal
And-
Jordan was in it, right?
Yeah, but he never got
He
his
died.
powers.
He never got his ring.
And he was the Hammer from freaking Dr. Horrible's.
Oh.
Yeah.
You kept talking
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, it's a good
Um,
movie.
What else?
Because we
happened?
watched that movie before we watched...
Yeah, Tyler and I
yeah,
watched that movie while we waited for you.
Did you?
we-
men-
yeah, we
did
watched
you,
5 movies.
Did you mention that Barry lost his powers in the new universe?
No, he-
No,
oh,
well, that was one of the
well-
major points is he couldn't go back in time to fix it because he stopped being the Flash.
Yeah.
So he had to redo the experiment by having Thomas Wayne, after he finally gained his trust,
Yeah.
hook him up to a machine, get these
Yeah.
chemicals on, and then let him get struck by lightning. The
Twice.
first
Didn't work
time
the fir-
he
didn't work that
done
first time.
goofed, and his body got covered in 3rd degree burns, and there was an
Yep.
occasional 4th degree, because you could see like some of the muscle was torn.
Yep.
Mhm.
Second time it worked just fine, and it gave him insta-heal. He went to the...
Oh,
It gave him the
it
power of the
accelerated
time
healing.
force. No, it gave him the power of the time force.
the
which
time
is
force, that
magic-
was it.
Which is magical time voodoo that lets you
It's
heal
science.
with time.
It's Power
It is-
Rangers.
no,
Time
it is
Force.
definitely time
It's
voodoo.
science.
It's time voodoo.
Science.
That's like the most depressing part in the entire movie. 'Cause
It made
then
me cry.
It
Barry-
made me laugh.
Barry Allen's finally gets everything. He's like, okay, I'm going back to... I fixed everything, which time's still slightly off, and that's where the New 52 starts. But he goes to Bruce and is like, I'm back, it was fun. And Bruce is like, that's cool, hope you had fun. And he's like, I just said I did. And he's like, okay. And he's like, oh, and by the way, here. And he had an envelope, and it was from Thomas Wayne. And Bruce opens it, and it's talking about like how he's like proud and all this other stuff, and how he wishes he could see him. And then Bruce Wayne starts crying, and then it ends. And well, I guess there's a cliffhanger for the next movie, which comes out.
The Justice
3
League
days.
War. Yeah.
We'll be watching it.
Yes, we will. And yeah, so that. But then it's whenever he cried. Kevin and I were like, or Kevin, I guess, did cry. I was saying I can't cry, and Tyler didn't talk, so I only assume he secretly cried. But then
No,
told
I was
us,
laughing
then told
my
us he was
ass off.
laughing.
But she's laughing, just streams of tear coming down.
Here's a picture of your corpse.
That'd be so dark. That would be so dark.
That'd be god awful. That's what it'd be.
Also, doesn't your mom look really hot as the Joker? Just have-
And Batman's like, I am so conflicted right now.
yeah, it's like,
corpse. Here's your mom and me making you.
here's the other timeline where me and the Flash are making you.
And here's Owlman. He's so much cooler than you.
Here's a couple minutes ago when me and the Flash tried to remake you. You was too fast. Alright, anyway, off of that topic. So, because of that whole time change thing, that is where the New 52 came in, which is the
They got-
new 52
They got awesome
comic
new
series.
costumes.
Huh?
And the biggest difference is Superman wears jeans.
They got
Well,
awesome
no,
new
that
costumes.
100% depends on the comic.
Oh.
He doesn't wear jeans in all of them.
Aw.
No, but like they got cool costumes.
Again,
But
that Al or
jeans.
Kevin depends on the comic.
That is true.
Because there's the New 52, and
But in the
whenever
movies,
they
but in
only
the
have
movie we saw.
52. Well, Batman's like costume technically changes on almost every movie, but in the New 52 there can only be 52 comics at a time. I think total there would have been like 76, but they keep making a new wave of comics, and whenever they do, they'll cancel out any of the old ones that didn't do as good. Like
Yeah.
the Static Shock when they canceled after I think the first.
Yeah,
the
it
first
sucked.
wave
That
and-
was one of my favorite heroes.
Yeah, they didn't get very far with that one. They never even introduced Gear as a character.
I
Yeah.
don't
Like
even
Richie.
know who that is.
You know who
He's
Richie
the-
is?
Yeah, the gay guy.
His best friend,
Oh!
blonde hair.
Yeah,
His dad is
He was
goofy.
he's voiced by James Marsden or whatever.
His dad's not Goofy. His voice actor was Max.
I know, but his dad was Goofy the racist.
Yeah, James Marsden.
With the New 52, they have a crap ton of like hero stuff, but then there's a lot of stuff that's Batman related. Like that was the ones I was mainly going to try and focus on this week. If we talk about more, then we'll make sure to mention the other heroes in the coming weeks. But in terms of Batman stuff, they made the Batman and Robin comic, the Batman comic, Batman the Dark Knight comic. For you, Kevin, they made the Detective Comics.
Yeah.
They've got Batwing, which Tyler, of course, made the joke that it should be all about the Batjet,
Yeah.
which is called the Batwing. The Batgirl, Batwoman, Nightwing, I guess technically Teen Titans, because that's led by one of the Robins, Batman Incorporated, and one more, but this is, again, where I was going to talk about the whole Red Hood thing. So, spoiler warning, in the movie Under the Red Hood,
Have not watched
the
it,
basic
but-
premise that happens, well, that's why I'm giving a basic premise. So of the Robin in that movie, it is Jason Todd, who the Joker murders with a crowbar by just beating him to death. Because the Joker's, effing crazy.
And then blowing him up.
Blowing him up. So then Jason Todd gets brought back to life in the Lazarus Pit, which is what Ra's al Ghul uses to come back to life all the
Is
time.
that the thing from Mass Effect?
No. He got brought back in the Lazarus Pit, and he's kind of crazy now. Like, kind of really crazy. So he dons a Red Hood and becomes the Red Hood, and he's like a superhero, or I guess he's an anti-hero because he kills people if he needs to. He's still a hero. If
he wants to.
Yeah, he still tries to help people. But that's the last one they have, which is Red Hood and the Outlaws. So, of the comics, there's Batman and Robin, Batman, Dark Knight, Detective Comics. Those all star Bruce Wayne as Batman. And in Batman and Robin, his Robin is his son, Damian Wayans. Wayans, that's
Damian
one of the
Wayne.
Wayans brothers. Damian Wayne.
Damian Wayne.
Yeah, he's the Wayans. And Marlon's in it. No, but then, God, who are the other ones? Oh, the other Robins went to Dick Grayson is, of course, in the Nightwing comics as Nightwing. Red Hood and the Outlaws stars Jason Todd as the Red Hood. And
Yeah.
Tim Drake becomes the Red Robin, who is the leader of the Teen Titans. So that's where all of the Robins, even I think Stephanie, the chick, became which one? I think Batgirl.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, and nobody cares about the girl
That was
Robins.
Commissioner Gordon's daughter, right?
No.
No, that's Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara
Barbara.
Gordon.
Okay.
She's
So-
the cool Batgirl.
Yeah, so to actually talk about those, though, Batman, before the New 52 things, he got killed by Bane. And he got, again, like everybody else, revived by the Lazarus Pit. But in that time, there were a bunch of other people that started being Batman and taking the mantle and doing what needed to be done. So Batman started something called Batman Incorporated, which is he hired a crap ton of people to be the new Batman. And it's really hard to know which was where, because whenever I looked at it, most of the stuff was with the world before the New 52, but some of it is the current world, and the comic got canceled, so I wasn't able to fully see.
Yeah.
But of the ones that I do know were in it, there's Nightwing, Batwoman, which was Cat Kane, Black Bat, which Cassandra Cain, who was the third Batgirl. Then there's all of the different like countries Batmans, like there was Dark Ranger from Australia, El Guaco from Argentina, the Hood, which was an English guy who's kind of based like Robin Hood, Commissioner Gordon, Mr. Unknown, which his name is also Batman Japan, Night Runners from France. I don't know, there was like a whole bunch of them like that.
Freaking wait, Batman Japan. I don't know why that's
Batman
the greatest
Japan.
name ever.
That's funny.
I'm just imagining Batman, but with the rising sun in his chest, just like
It-
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't pass DC to do that, but
Yeah, I don't know, some of the stuff's pretty cool. Like, because it's the New 52 stuff, Barbara Gordon no longer got shot in the spine and was paralyzed, so she now is
cool.
Batgirl in the Batgirl comic, so she's not Oracle anymore. But the thing
Yay.
is, she has weird dreams of the Joker shooting her in the spine and paralyzing
Ugh.
her. Yeah,
Is that like a
so
weird,
that's
it's like a
kind
weird
of,
fetish.
it's just effed up. Well, it's like she's seeing the other timeline.
Oh,
And then-
that's like her wet dream.
Batwoman is Catherine Kane,
Yeah.
and all I really know about her is she's like, her mom and maybe her sister were killed in like this kidnapping thing, and she somehow survived it. She was a lesbian, which was kind of important because that's why she got kicked out of West Point, because that was back whenever there was the Don't Ask, Don't Tell thing. And then her sidekick is her cousin Elizabeth, she was always somebody named Flamebird, but I think in the New 52 she's someone named Pleb.
That's such a downgrade
Yeah.
in terms of names.
What, Flamebird to Pleb?
Yeah, I am the pleb.
She's Robin's equivalent, and they're both part of Batman Incorporated as well.
Yeah, and Gordon's a freaking Batman.
So is it
now,
basically
he's
Batman's
cool.
making kind of like a business out of it, or I don't know, not a business, but like
It's just like a team, but now, like I said, that
yeah.
group was canceled, so I don't know. And I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff like Red Hood and the Outlaws. I think Jason Todd is no longer like has the Red Hood. I think now he's might be more of a hero, and I think I think he's Wingman #2.
Yeah, because he
'Cause I-
used to be a anti-hero, right?
Yes, and I think he's Wingman 2, but I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on that. But the other people that are in his group are Arsenal and Starfire.
Oh.
And
cool.
do you know who Arsenal is, Tyler?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard the name. I don't know if I see a picture of him, I probably know him.
It's Roy Harper,
Yeah.
which
I was only not saying it because I know who he was, but then I always forget his name.
yeah. Well, do you know his other hero counterpart names?
Red Arrow, Speedy, boobity boobity
Oh,
bob.
okay, yeah, I know
Exactly.
who this is.
I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same
Yeah.
page with it.
I really liked when he was boobity boobity bob.
So he changed his name?
Yes. After he was Speedy, he became Red Arrow. Whenever he was like going through his weird, dark, crazy person times. But then he became Arsenal. I'm not actually sure why he became Arsenal.
Wait, is it the same Roy Harper though?
It is the Roy Harper that is Red Arrow.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, because
Don't go.
there's some.
Don't go into Young Justice stuff.
Okay, wasn't yeah.
Young
it was
Justice is Earth.
I got
is
it.
Earth 6.
That,
Yeah.
yeah,
That is a
always
series we should
confused,
probably
yeah.
watch too as well.
I watched the
I've
first
already
season.
seen it. Yeah, but I know I always get confused with that, so that's why I was like, wait.
Yeah, I don't know much with
No,
that
no,
still
yeah.
in terms of that, but I'm pretty sure that's either Earth 6 or Earth 16. I can't remember. I mean, it depends on how much more detail you guys wanted to go into with these comics.
No, we shouldn't go into too much.
Because I'm
In case
mainly
people
just
don't-
like some of these, I'm just trying to give this synopsis so people could check them out if they're curious, or we could go into full just if we're curious about one of them.
I think we should be good for now with them. You know, don't want to get too spoilery.
All right.
Yeah.
So do
I
you
mean,
guys
we can
want?
also.
Oh, well, go ahead.
It's fine.
No, go ahead.
I mean, we could also go in more detail, like if we research it for next podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I already have all this stuff researched for these.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me you were gonna research, and I would have researched it if you told me beforehand.
It was just
I
kind of something
knew,
I did
but
on a
I was
whim.
like, Jordan's got this. He's so cool.
Tyler
Well,
means he's
probably 'cause
lazy
I-
and wouldn't do it.
Well, it's because
No, it's because I've been watching a lot of anime recently.
it's because I don't know that much about DC. I would have been fine with researching it for the podcast purposes.
I made a graph.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. By the way, both of you need to watch Kill la Kill.
Why?
I've heard mixed things about it.
It's really good.
How did you
Well-
segue to that?
Because I was meant
Because
to
he said he was watching a lot of anime.
Yeah, and I remember last night, I watched the newest episode of Kill la Kill. Oh my god, it's good.
I don't know. From what I've heard about the series, is about like some chick getting naked to get her powers.
That's like the most bare bones.
Like the less
part
clothes
of
she
it.
has
Bare
on,
bone.
the more powerful she becomes.
It's not that. It's that. Basically, the thing that she wears, which gives her power,
Or lack not
in
wearing.
its most like, in its actual battle form, is pretty like fan servicey and skimpy and stuff. And she's like, I don't want to wear this shit. This is slutty and crap. But then because she's not fully accepting it, it's not giving her like full power. So once she's like, fuck it, I'll just wear it, I'm accepting that this is what it is, she gets more powerful. That's only like the first 5 episodes, Kevin. And then it goes
So
on
it's
after
advocating that women should wear less clothes.
Just
No,
like any
it's-
fighting game ever.
that. But no, it's fan servicey as hell. But at the same time, it actually is really good.
I still need to watch the thing Alex recommended to me. But
He
I haven't
says
had-
so many, he
I haven't,
recommends
I
so
haven't,
many
I haven't had
things.
time to watch it. Saint or Nissan,
I don't know.
which is from what I've heard about it, it's basically Jesus and Buddha in the
Oh, that.
time now, and living in an apartment in Japan.
Let's face it, Kevin. Alex probably thinks you're Buddhist because you're Asian, so he thinks you'll like it.
Or because James is.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm Catholic, but you know.
Yeah, but Alex doesn't know this. Alex saw
Alex
two
probably-
Asian guys
Alex
in his
probably think-
hallway and said hi, Kevin, to them.
Alex,
Yeah.
Alex probably thinks that I live in a monk temple monastery.
You have no
No,
hair.
I see. No, the reason he's recommending something with Buddha and Jesus is in his mind. You have both religions because you and James have them. So he's like, Asian. Put them together.
The only
All
thing
Asians
that's, like,
have
I have,
both
like-
at the same time.
I would say back to the subject of anime stuff. I just had my second anime club group thing yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
The animes are whatever. Like the first one we watched last week, whenever I talked about how I was gonna go, was I think it's called Wolf's Rain. Watched the
I'm not a
first
fan
3
of Wolf's Rain,
episodes.
really.
Yeah, it was. I liked like the style of it. The wolves looked like good, but the anime was okay. The one we watched this time was League of Legends or something. I don't know. It was Legend of
What?
Super Legendary Legend Heroes of Legend.
Okay, yeah.
It was a ridiculous. It's a name like that. You'll find it.
Legend of the Legends of the Legends.
Legend of the Hidden Temple, something like that. Anyway, so we watched 3 episodes of that,
Lorek.
and
Oh.
it was okay as well. But a lot of the people there are actually really cool, except for like I said, the one guy that kind of reminds me of Tyler, but he stands too close a lot of the time. Like he'll be talking, and you'll see him like slowly nudging closer to you, but you don't want to be mean. But it's like
I can totally see Tyler doing that.
yeah.
I would not do that. I don't like people. Why would I get near
You
them?
would do that to Jordan.
And he's watched.
Oh, to Jordan, yeah.
And he's
but
watched
that's only...
like 547 animes, and he's got them listed, and he has his he has all of the timers and stuff set, and he has like the exact time that he's watched of anime.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nerd.
it's
Sounds like Tyler.
strange. Yeah, I know.
Oh
right?
yeah, so because I remember, it's about the topic.
There's a lot of cool people there.
So, okay. So,
And hot chicks.
Jordan basically mentioned, yeah, exactly. Jordan mentioned to me that every anime club in the world is guaranteed to have hot chicks who would totally want me.
Is that what I said?
You said that word for word.
I think you're completely.
No, you said, and I quote,
Might be
all
paraphrasing.
anime chicks in the world, or all anime clubs in the world have chicks who are totally your type and would want your penis.
Is that what I said?
Yes. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll look into mine, whatever. And then so I was like, I went on the website that has all the clubs, right?
Yep.
And it was like listing like their meeting times and all that in this anime club, and it's like it had like the club, whoever the hell's in charge, and like his number and email, and then it's like ask leader for meeting times, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do that. So I immediately just closed the web browser and went on YouTube, and was like,
But Tyler, they're all totally
no hot
your type
chicks
and
for
want your
me.
penis.
I don't know. I literally, actually, immediately after I saw having to go through that effort, I literally just immediately exited out of the tab, went on YouTube, and I think I had some chips, and I was just like, no hot girls for me, and I started eating the chips. It was great.
But yeah, so what I actually said in that is I saw a lot of girls there that would be Tyler's type. So he decided
What, little
to.
girls?
He decided. No, not little girls. I didn't say they're in his age range. No, but it was
But
fun.
yeah.
It was a fun way to spend my birthday. It was a Friday night, my 22nd birthday, and I spent it in an anime club.
Did you
Which,
bring candy?
In reality, is literally just me going to my university and hanging out with a bunch of people, and then there's animes present.
Yeah.
It sounds a lot
Do you
better
guys
if you explain it that way.
Do you guys cosplay?
No.
Jordan's cosplaying.
There's
as
usually that one
JKU390,
person in
the
anime club that
YouTuber.
always cosplays.
Well,
to
see,
the
the
club
problem
meetings.
is there's a chick that always talks about having cosplay stuff, and after last week, she was just elected to the group's president.
Oh.
Yeah, so if she starts that crap, then I'm gonna cosplay as the dude from Fairy Tale who does ice and just take my shirt off. I'll say I'm cosplaying as Taylor Lautner.
You should cosplay as Putin.
No.
Vladimir Putin. Bring your rifle.
But yeah,
and a
I can
bear.
see you just taking off your shirt and be like,
I'll just walk in
I'm
dressed as a
Gav.
tentacle and be like, "Who's first?"
You're from Leisure Suit Larry.
I'm part of the starfish from the Justice League movies.
Seriously, what was up with that?
I don't know. They
Oh,
also had a reference
yeah.
to it on Young Justice.
Really?
Yeah, and they had it during the movie you didn't see. Also, basically, at the end of every movie we saw that was Justice League, there was a cut, like when there was
There's always
like,
a
showing,
flashback to freaking them fighting a giant starfish.
No, it was either a flashback or a montage of what happened after the movie, and every time they're fighting a giant starfish.
I assume that was the first thing they fought ever together, but I don't know.
Well, in Young Justice, there's like, because I'm not going to go into spoilers with it, but there's down in where Aquaman lives, there's a chamber, and they say that's what holds their great starfish. And like you see one of its legs come out and starts moving around, and there's like other stuff with it, but that's mainly all you see of it. At least in
Oh,
season
yeah.
1. So
Why are there so many giant starfish?
I guess it's the same
Right,
one,
okay,
but I don't know why they always
Guys,
reference
write in the
it.
comments what the hell is up with that giant starfish. We don't want to look it up.
Oh, okay.
We don't want to look
Did
it
you
up.
just look it
So
up, Kevin?
everybody write in the comments because we need more comments.
Did you just
and
look
we
it up,
wanna
Kevin?
know.
I did, but I closed it as soon as Tyler said it.
Oh.
Okay. But yeah, so everyone write in the comments, and also like, favorite, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter.
So I have a question with the DC comic stuff with the New 52. And that's
Yeah.
how, like I said, there's starring Bruce Wayne, there's Batman and Robin, Batman the Dark Knight, and the Detective Comics, whatever.
Yeah.
How do you keep up with what happens when if they're all in the same canon?
He's really
I
busy.
don't know.
Just say he's really busy.
I guess. I'm assuming
It's
some
like,
happen earlier, some
I
happen
finally
more.
finished this adventure. Crap, I gotta go to that comic. Be right back.
I think Dark Knight actually got canceled, I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
And Batman Incorporated got canceled, which sucks because I'd like to see what happens with an army of Batmen.
Yeah.
An army of Batman.
Any other conversation topics you guys got?
Mm.
Oh, Tyler, how's college been treating you now that you've had all those problems?
So after all those problems, I got dropped from my English class.
So now he only has one college course this semester.
Yeah.
Next
And
podcast
then-
is not going to go to college anymore.
And then yesterday, my bus I took there was like super late, and it was just horrible. And on the way home, the bus driver was a stupid hoe and skipped 3 stops. And then he's like, "Okay, everyone get off the bus." And we're like, "No, we gotta go back." He's like, "No." And then I was like, "Well, fuck you." And then I tweeted angry tweets with bad words, telling him to get divorced on Twitter.
And fired.
Something like that actually happened to me like not too long ago.
But yeah, so I was tweeting the company that owns the buses to fire him and to somehow get him divorced if he's married.
Wow.
And they didn't do anything, so I was kind of sad.
I guess.
And then I had to walk home, and it took like half an hour.
I guess relating on that, so the local like public transportation like train thing in my area,
Yeah.
it skipped over my stop and it stopped over in the next area, which is like 10 miles over.
Yeah.
Everyone, because this is like it was like pretty late. It was like 11 or so.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was so pissed. Like, we went down to like the customer service. Like, people look like they're about to break down the door, even though it was only one stop over.
So is that like a thing in California that you guys have like transportation trains?
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess
We
well,
have
we have what's called BART, which is
they
Bay
do.
Area Rapid Transport.
See, we have like freaking one of the railroad crossing like train like places of the world in Indiana where I am, like especially around my area. So there's train tracks and stuff everywhere, but not a single one is for transportation.
Oh no,
Yeah, no,
with
we don't use trains. Well, we have.
it's
live,
basically a tram system.
Well, where I live, there's hundreds of buses.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in the city, there's, I believe, around 250 different routes. And there's also light rails, which are basically above ground subways.
They're not.
They are.
An above ground subway is a train.
But it's not a tram, though.
Then it's not an above ground subway.
It's like a train, but it's not.
Yeah, like the ones in my area, they're more like metros because they're underground. Yeah, it's like in my area, like buses aren't really relevant. Like if you go more towards San Francisco, they have like they have the Muni, which is basically a bus line on rails.
There are some buses here and like 5 taxis.
Yeah.
Most people in this area, they pretty much drive everywhere.
Yeah, here you're able to get most places without driving. It'll just take about 10 times the time.
Oh, it'll take a while if you want to do it that way here, but just generally it's kind of, I don't know. Where I live, it's kind of a thing that most people get their driver's license. For whatever reason, I wish it wasn't like that, to be honest. I hate driving, but, you know.
Yeah, it was too much effort for me to get one.
You're so unmotivated, it's ridiculous.
I know! Like, the other day, I really wanted some Chinese food, and,
You order it.
oh, no, there's no good ordering places near me. So, I was like, hey, you want to go get some Chinese food? And I was like, okay, if you drive. And I'm like, you know I can't do that. But she's like, oh, because there's only one chair in the car right now.
Why?
There's a couch in the back, because she bought a couch from a dude.
Okay.
And she's like, if I can sit on the couch. I was like, I don't have the life. She's like, okay. And she ordered pizza because pizza's been something disgusting to me recently. Sorry, Jordan. I got some really good garlic sticks and really shitty wings, but the garlic sticks were so good. Like, I actually would have those for a lot of meals because they were really good.
Hmm.
Pizza Guys, please sponsor us.
Oh, I forgot to mention Batwing. Batwing, for
Yeah,
people that
Batwing.
don't know, is Batman of
He's all about
Africa.
his jet.
He's Batman of Africa.
Oh,
He's
of course.
Democratic Republic of Congo.
Wait. Does he act exactly like Black Panther with vibranium and everything?
No,
Oh,
he
with
got
the
all his stuff from Bruce Wayne.
Oh, that'd be amazing if it's just Batman with vibranium and they're like, DC
It's kind of
Africa
no, racist
also
was the
has
fact that
that.
the evil Black Lightning's name was Black Power.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
in Two Worlds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was
freaking Red
They
Tornado.
named him Black Power.
In the movies, like I forget which one, but Red Tornado's powers are pretty much obsolete because Flash could do those as well.
There's a few people that can do tornadoes like that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can Red
Like
Tornado do
Superman.
anything else other than that?
No, he's a robot, but no.
I've learned after watching the first season of Young Justice. Tyler, you've learned most of your DC knowledge from Young Justice.
No, not most of it.
A lot of this,
good
a lot of
shit-
the stuff that
a
you
lot of my
talked about last
recent
podcast
stuff.
was all from Young Justice.
Really? Well, a lot of my recent stuff, because that's the most recent Young Justice stuff.
I've been
in a
meaning to
while.
watch Young Justice for the longest time.
Like I said, I literally just sat down and watched season 1 like right after our last podcast.
Mm.
It was good.
If I catch up with you, we should watch together.
What, season 2?
And Jordan, you still need to watch Once Upon a Time, damn it.
I do. I got a lot of other stuff I have to watch first.
Yeah, I gotta watch Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll watch that
Except not.
later too. The last 3 things I have to watch are Kill la Kill, How I Met Your Mother, and Sleeping Beauty and The Wizard of Azkaban.
I need to watch Saint Onisan.
I made that last one up.
Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah, that's one I need to watch too. Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And I might want to start Walking Dead. I'm not sure yet.
I need
Dude,
to
Walking
finish
Dead is
Breaking-
good.
Have you seen Game of Thrones, Kevin?
Nope, I don't
Watch
plan on
it.
it. I don't plan on it watching.
You need
Yes,
to.
you do. Here's what you do, Kevin.
It's just something I don't want to get into.
Kevin,
It's
here's
something
what
that's
you
worth
do.
getting into.
You cancel all of those other plans and watch Game of Thrones.
I don't want to
Yeah.
cancel all
Yes.
the other plans.
You do.
Oh yeah, do you know what? Oh yeah, Jordan.
What?
I know winter's
I actually-
coming and the
Hold
Jon Snow
door.
doesn't know anything.
Hold door. I'm gonna break your ankles and you're gonna watch Game of Thrones.
I'll still be sitting.
Yeah, watching the Game of Thrones. Well, not all that's probably been cut out. So you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about, or are we probably gonna be concluding soon?
Tyler's a jackass. Flappy Bird's fucking stupid. DC, keep on doing what you're doing.
Okay, is that something you want to talk about, or is that just a statement?
Or is that your wrap up?
I guess that's my wrap up. I don't know.
What about you, Tyler?
1 second. Let me check my phone to see if there's anything I forgot. No, that's it.
Okay, well, I guess Tyler did recently learn about freaking that Gazoogle.
Oh yeah, Gizoogle is so good.
That's so old though.
That is old.
I don't care.
Tyler
It
just
is the
learned about it
greatest
though,
thing.
so for him it's amazing. For people who don't know, it's Google, but everything's translated into Jive.
It says JKUT90 said, "Fuck," and I'm
You
like,
said T90?
Yeah, it doesn't count. It's not me.
"Damn it, damn you, T90."
It's Terminator. Just kidding. Just kidding, Terminator.
It's- Just kidding, you Terminator.
Oh, like the chick from Catawa Show.
It doesn't have to be a Terminator. It can also be a calculator.
It could be.
Like the chick from Catawa Show.
All right, so I guess we're done here.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, it's not good that I realized you can pretty much say like that chick from Catawa Shoujo, and if people haven't actually played it, they'd probably believe you.
I've played the game. I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Well, with Terminator, it's according to Jordan, one of the characters is a Terminator.
I made up my own storyline.
Oh.
I watched Tyler play it a little bit, so I made up my own story. All right, so we're signing out now. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Remember to share it with all your friends and subscribe on the tubes of you and tell us how
And follow
cool
us
we
on
are.
Twitter.
No, but
Follow me on Twitter.
if you guys did enjoy it, let us know in the comments or something.
Hashtag Black Sword
Hopefully
Team Biggins.
you
Ouch,
guys
yeah.
enjoyed yourself. And until next time, guys, I'm JKU390.
I am Black Sword 325. Also, I have Black Sword 325 on Twitter.
I'm Tarviti also.
He doesn't have one. And until next time, guys, later.
Aww.
Bye, guys.